Welcome to our exploration of the powerful names of God. Each name reveals a unique aspect of his character and his relationship with us. Like distant stars, we gaze upon them, each shimmering point of light a testament to his vastness and glory. In the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. We may use many words, many names to describe him, to try to grasp his infinite nature, but each one is just a glimpse into the mystery that is God. Join me now as we delve into the rich history and deeper meaning behind 16 of God's names, exploring the power and majesty they hold, and what they reveal about our Creator. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Elohim, a name that speaks of power, of might, of the one who spoke the universe into being. He is the only supreme and true God, the architect of all we see and cannot see. From the smallest grain of sand to the vast expanse of the cosmos, all point to the awesome power of Elohim. Yahweh, a name so sacred, so holy, it was once forbidden to even speak aloud. It is the most personal of God's names, a name that speaks of his very essence, his being. I am who I am, he declared to Moses from the burning bush. Yahweh, the God who is eternal, unchanging, the ground of our being. El Elyon, the God Most High, he who reigns supreme over every power and principality. Nothing in life, no earthly throne, no human ambition can compare to his ultimate authority. He is the King of kings and Lord of lords, deserving of all our praise and adoration. He is El Roi, the God who sees. He sees not just our outward appearance, but the depths of our hearts. He sees our struggles, our pain, our joys, and our triumphs. Nothing escapes his notice, and he watches over us with a love that never fails. El Shaddai, God Almighty, a name that evokes images of strength, of power, of a fortress that cannot be broken. He is the one who sustains us, protects us, and provides for all our needs. In him we find our refuge and our strength. Yahweh Yireh, the Lord will provide. When Abraham was asked to sacrifice his son Isaac, God provided a ram in his place. This name reminds us that even in our darkest hours, even when we see no way out, God will make a way. He is faithful and his provision never fails. Yahweh Nisi, the Lord is my banner. After a great victory in battle, Moses built an altar and called it by this name. It is a reminder that God fights for us, that he goes before us into battle, and that with him we are always victorious. Adonai, a name that speaks of surrender, of submission, of recognizing God as the ultimate authority in our lives. It is a title of respect, of reverence, of acknowledging that we are not our own, but we belong to him. Yahweh Elohe Yisrael, the God of Israel. He chose Abraham and his descendants to be his special people, to bring his blessings to the entire world. This name reminds us that God is faithful to his promises and that he will never abandon his people. Yahweh Shalom, the Lord is peace. In a world filled with turmoil and uncertainty, this name offers us hope and comfort. He is the source of true peace, a peace that surpasses all understanding. With him we can face any storm, knowing that he is in control. Kedosh Yisrael, the Holy One of Israel. God is set apart, completely other in his holiness. He is pure, righteous, and just. This name reminds us of the vast chasm between our human nature and his divine perfection. Yahweh Sabaoth, the Lord of hosts. He commands the armies of heaven, the angels who do his bidding. He is the ultimate warrior, the one who fights for his people and defends them from all their enemies. El Olam, the everlasting God. He is without beginning or end, existing outside of time and space. He was, he is, and he always will be. This name reminds us that our lives are but a vapor compared to his eternal existence. Yahweh Tzidkenu, the Lord our righteousness. We come to him clothed in our sin, unworthy of his love and grace. But he clothes us in his righteousness, making us acceptable in his sight. This name reminds us that our salvation comes not through our own efforts, but through his sacrifice on the cross. Yahweh Shammah, the Lord is there. He is not a distant God, uninvolved in our lives. He is present with us always, in our joys and in our sorrows. He walks with us through the darkest valleys and celebrates with us on the highest mountaintops. Attiq Yomin, the Ancient of Days. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He sits on his throne in judgment, and one day every knee will bow and every tongue confess that he is Lord. This name reminds us that our lives on earth are temporary, and that we will all one day stand before him to give an account for our lives. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the names of God. May you find comfort and strength in knowing the many facets of his divine nature. We have only scratched the surface of the vastness that is God, but in these 16 names we catch a glimpse of his power, his love, his faithfulness, and his grace. May these names become more than just words to you. May they become a source of strength, of comfort, of hope, and of unwavering faith in the one true God.